Hola guys and girls and welcome to PMC Week 6, the Borussia Donphan are up versus the Colorado Rapidash. Note by now then Omega the and first of all I'm sorry that this recording is late. This is actually the 4th goddamn time I'm recording this because every single time the audio did mess up. I think I solved the problem now. I goddamn hope it's solved right now. I don't want to record this a 5th time. The good thing is I have I know what I have to say at every turn. Like I basically had 3 trial runs, and now we can finally do the original recording. But of course, I'm sorry, like I said, that's why it's late. That's why basically I lied in the team builder where I said be excited for the match tomorrow. But yeah, that wasn't me. Be not mad at me. That was past last. I hate him as well. He always leaves stuff to do for me. Never does what he's supposed to do, and then me, I have to do it suddenly. So yeah, blame past last. I hate him as well. Give him a punch. Give him a, I don't know, give him an insult, something like that. He deserved it. But either way. Now, going into this match, of course, the usual shoutouts go to Mastodon and Arapthos. This time, Mastodon for joining the team for me and Arapthos for recording this match for me. But it's actually not the first time they helped me. Probably not gonna be the last time they helped me in this season. So definitely give them a look. They're both in this season of the PMC as well. We already faced Arapthos, but I actually don't know if we faced Mastodon as well. I think we do. So yeah, definitely scout him for me. And if you don't face him, he is actually doing decently well right now. So yeah, there's a chance we face him on playoffs. So either way, it's worth checking out both of them. And yeah, now going into the team. Like I already mentioned, I did upload a team builder 3 days ago. 3 days ago. We have Tuesday, Monday, Sunday. Yeah, 3 days ago, I uploaded the team builder. So check that out if you want to know more in detail about my team. But a pretty short overview. For you guys, if you don't want to go back and watch the team builder, we got the Physical Defensive Nidoqueen, Work of Mega Pidgeot, Choice Scarf, Tapu Fini, Choice Bandit, Scizor, Hearthstone, Rock Polish, Tyrantrum, and a Defensive Core Mind Mew. Looking at opponent's team, he brought the Zapdos, the Terrakion, the Regice, the Mega Blastoise, the Toxicroak, and the Mimikyu. Looking at his team, 4 months that I expected, 1 small surprise, 1 huge surprise. So, the 4 months I expected, of course, are Zapdos, Terrakion, Mimikyu, and Mega Blastoise. The small surprise is that he brings Toxicroak and not the Hitmontop. I was expecting the Hitmontop more, since that is a good, one of the good head smash switches which exist in the game, being Intimidate, resisting the head smash, and then being bulky in general. And the huge surprise is that Regice is there. And the other huge surprises, which basically coincides with Regice being there, is Diggersby is not there, and I'm so happy not to see this goddamn bunny on my opponent's team. If you watch Team Builder, I was so afraid of that thing. Choice Scarf, Choice Bandit setup. Basically, depending on that, I have to play a whole different way around this mon. It's just 2 KOs way too much stuff, and it outspeeds way too much stuff with Choice Scarf. So yeah, the Diggersby was a huge threat. I did not prepare at all really for Regice. Like, I have mons which can kinda deal with it naturally, but it's not like I said, okay, you're on the team, you're gonna be there for the Regice in case that comes. But of course I did that extensively for Diggersby, so I did of course not really prep for Regice, but still, I'm no way near as afraid of an unprepped Regice as I am for Diggersby with the prep I had. So yeah, very glad to not see that and see the Regice instead. In general, going over this team, Zapdos, most likely going to be a Spadef variant for my Mega Pidgeot. Terrakion could be Focus Sash Rocks, could be Choice Scarf as well. Looking at his team, it's like, with Zapdos, the only true Choice Scarf I could see on his team, but like I said, Zapdos I expect to be more Spadef. Or it could be like Focus Sash Lead, since it's the only rock I actually brought on the team. If you look at the squad, it's the only one which gets rocks. Then Regice. Like, one thing Regice could do, I guess, can check Pidgeot naturally, just because so good special bulk, and of course has to have Ice Beam versus it, so that kind of frees up Zapdos to be like maybe a Choice Scarfer. So yeah, that could be the case. We have to look out for that, but I just expect Zapdos more likely to be because of reliable recovery. Both of them get worn down by rocks, but Regice is missing, of course, a roost to like recover that damage and be a reliable check to the Pidgeot for multiple turns. Then Mega Blastoise has 2 variants it can be. One is just the standard modest tank, just living 2 hits, dishing out a lot of damage, basically trading 1-for-1 versus that thing. And the other way is he's gonna be more defensive, since Mega Blastoise, just by being a water type, being bulky, and being a Mega, he checks Scizor very well. So it could be that for that. Toxicroak, I'm not really sure. Like I said, Hitmontop I would expect to be defensive for my Tyrantrum. Toxicroak, even if it's defensive, it's not really a check to Tyrantrum, so I'm not really sure what it wants to do. Might be just an offensive variant, like SD, something like that. I will have to scout what the Toxicroak exactly is, because for now, like, you know the standard test Toxicroak has, but I can't really tell if that's good with my team and if he would be a more funky variant of Toxicroak. So next up and last, we got of course the Mimikyu. That's gonna be SD, might be one of his Z users. We all know what Mimikyu does. Against this guys, with that, it gets a free round of setup, and then it's gonna sweep your team with Shadow Sneak and coverage moves. So yeah, that's gonna be the Mimikyu, not really expecting anything else there. So looking at his team overall, his two most likely leads are the Terrakion and the Zapdos. Terrakion if it's the Focus Sash, Roxy the lead, and the Zapdos just to U-turn momentum, stuff like that. And yeah, in general, Nidoqueen does beat both of these mons 1v1. Defensive Zapdos can twitch the with extra sensory. We have an investment for that. If he doesn't have extra sensory and only has the HP Ice, it's gonna deal with less. Terrakion we beat just by being physically defensive. The Toxicroak and the Mimikyu we would actually beat as well. We would only have to switch out with Regice and Mega Blastoise. Both not very likely leads, so we are just gonna click the Nidoqueen as our lead and see how this battle continues. Let's take a sip of the string. And Pokemon Trainer Oswald is channeling us to a match, really, of course, with Nips, our Nidoqueen, and he will decide to lead with Heaven, which turns out to be his Zapdos. Like I mentioned, we don't have to fear much from this if it's a defensive variant, so I just go straight for Rocks. He does go for HPI, so he doesn't have extra sensory, which is great news for us, but this still does a lot of damage, and this tells me this is an offensive Zapdos. Got caught out off guard by that. I definitely want to switch out right here. Don't want to take a second HP Ice. Still staying healthy for the Mimikyu to be my answer to my switcher to that, basically. So I do switch out right here into my Mew, which is the best thing I have to take these hits. It's the one thing which isn't weak to ice or electric and is bulky enough to take those hits. So I do tank these HP Ice, of course, very well. And right here, just go with Scizor. Scouting if he's scouting if he wants to switch out, but if he stays in, goes to Discharge, I can take this, I can just foil this damage up. Barring he gets a crit, so that did a lot of damage. Right now, I am sadly, of course, in range of another Discharge, but I'm still potentially out of range of a Hidden Power Ice. It's actually a roll to kill me, which is in my favor. Right here, Mew is still fast, can potentially softball up on thanks, predicting the Discharge to come out. I'm actually gonna go to my Nidoqueen and wear down with Ice Punch, because since he did outspeed my Mew as well, and he's max special attack investment, this is a very offensive Zapdos I can do for good damage with Ice Punch. Sadly, he does predict that. I would have wished going for softball right there, because I have a good chance of leading this HP Ice. I could have gotten a healthy move, but he catches my Nidoqueen, of course, and now I don't have anything I want to switch in versus Zapdos. Nidoqueen being slow as it is, and at this low, it's not really anything it can still do, so I do just sack it out to his HP Ice to the Zapdos. So a combination of a good prediction and some hacks with the Discharge gets rid of my Nidoqueen very early in the game, which is, of course, bad for us. And the Zapdos is decently recovering from leftovers. So to switch out into my Rancher right here, I had two options going into that or my Sneasel, but like I mentioned in Team Build, I want to bluff the Choice Band, so I just go straight for the Hat Smash, and I will check what a switch in is, if he even has one. He does switch into one, which is his Blastoise, but it isn't Mega Evolve yet, so this Hat Smash will actually do a lot, and like you can see right here, that is indeed going to be true, since it does all of it. This Blastoise is going to die to a critical hit out in the match. Of course, I thought that's better, and it's basically justice for Discharge, but after the match we talked a little bit, and with his investment after Rocks, he was guaranteed to die since he didn't Mega Evolve yet. But yeah, he does go to Dragon. I'm of course scared out. I'm going to hard switch into my Finny, predicting the close combat to come out, and if he's not Choice Scarf, I can actually outspeed him and just kill him with a Moonblast, which is great. And I do get my VC terrain up as well, which I guess can be helpful. I don't have any status on my team, so he can status me, so that's great. He actually doesn't go for Cosmo, he goes for Iron Head, which does a little bit less than close combat. And I can just go for Moonblast right here. Since he doesn't have any fairies on his team, he did rock the Arcanine. He actually does stay in, and that is great. If he can get rid of Terrakion, he has nothing which can outspeed my Mega Pidgeot, but he does flinch me. And since he's faster than me, he is shown to be Choice Scarf. And actually, I go for Moonblast right here. Let me pause it after he brought in his Regice. So yeah, he did stay in here, even though he could have killed me with the Iron Head, because I was out of range. I was not out of range. I was shown he was adamant, but only the top 2 or 3 highest sword actually were able to kill me, so I did want to risk and just kill him with Moonblast. I can't really tell you why he decided to risk his Terrakion once, but then he didn't, like why he stayed in 1 and then didn't. I don't know if he has Psychic Powers, predicted that he would flinch his next turn, but either way, I hope he would stay in again, thinking he would kill me, but then he suddenly didn't want to risk it anymore, and yeah, he does switch up with Regice, sadly. I do it for Moonblast. I don't expect to do a lot. Regice is naturally very bulky, but I actually do a decent chunk of it, and that is because of a crit as well. So I do get some return hacks. Again, this match turned out to be pretty hexy for both sides already. And I do hard switch out into my Sneasel right here. I don't have anything else which wants to take a Thunderbolt or an Ice Beam if he wants to predict me. So I just go into Sneasel, which can take both hits since it's decently bulky on a special side, and with Misty Terrain he can't parry me a Thunderbolt either, and I can just go for Choice Bandit knockoff, which he has nothing which wants to take it. So the Regice actually decides to stay in, and the Regice goes down. So I guess the crit on Moonblast didn't matter too much, since even without the crit, the knockoff would have killed him right there. But he does, of course, switch out right here into the Toxicroak, and now I have a decision to make this Toxicroak. I don't really know what it wants to do. I, of course, need to keep my Scizor. It's my best check to the Mimikyu I have, since Nidoqueen has gone down. I need to check it offensively, and Scizor is the best thing which I have for that, since it doesn't die to Shadow Sneak and O-Coast back. And of course, it's faster. So I, of course, want to keep my Scizor. And looking at switches to Toxicroak, I decide actually to go into my Mew right here, because for one, I can just sack it off if he goes for an attack, and Mew is pretty low. It's the most expendable mana at my team. And if he decides to go for SD, actually, I can play some Mind Games to Sucker Punch, since I'm faster than him, and go for Softball and stuff like that. So I decide to just go straight into my Mew right here, seeing what he wants to do, either dying or then potentially playing some Mind Games with the Sucker Punch. And he does decide to go Bullet Punch. Okay, that doesn't kill me, but it will definitely 2 KO me. But actually, no, it does only 19 damage, and that tells me that it's a very, if not no investment Toxicroak. And I can just softboil this up, because if his next Bullet Punch does 19 again, I can just softboil the damage up. And actually does 17, does a bit less, but he does get the Poison Touch. So he turns out to not be Dry Skin, he gets poisons from me. Of course, I can synchronize that back. That poison is of course going to be annoying wearing that my Mew down. I don't have leftovers or anything like that. And yeah, I do just softball. I still get my Mew back to a good amount of health, and of course scare this Toxicroak out right here. I was thinking a lot, do I go for softball again right here, or do I just go for Psyshock? But in the end, I just go straight for the Psyshock. I want damage on something. I was expecting this Mew to die, so if I can get some more damage with Psyshock, that's nice. I don't want to get too greedy trying to get health, and he goes like for knockoff or something like that, or some weird move. Either way, I do just go straight for the Psyshock on the incoming Zapdos, with just a decent amount of damage together with Rocks. This thing is actually, after another switch into Rocks, this thing is gonna die, so I actually expect him to roost right here. So I'm gonna click the softball button, because after softball I'm out of range of discharge. Because of the poison, I'm sadly in range of discharge right now. And yeah, he doesn't roost, he just goes straight for discharge, kills my Mew, but that is still good, because now I can just need to switch in something which can scare the Zapdos out, and it's basically dead. And I decide to do that with my Scizor right here, which does of course outspeed and threatens also Icy Crush. I do just click the Banded Icy Crush button, because the Blastoise is dead and the Regis is dead. He doesn't have any switch into ice moves right here, so I do just go straight for Icy Crush. He actually does switch into Toxicroak, which is great, because since I'm Choice Banded, I have actually a chance to OHKO this thing after Rocks with this Icicle Crash. Let's see if we can get this chance. We do connect, and we do come nowhere close to OHKOing this thing. This tells me this is a very bulky Toxicroak, so he's no attack, very physically bulky. So basically, I expect the Hitmon top to be his Pokemon, but actually brought Toxicroak as Pokemon. I don't know why this way around, but I guess Toxicroak is better with Fini, I want to say, but it's not really switching to Health, better chance, but still 2 hit KOs. Right here, I do, of course, still need my Scizor for the set Mimikyu. So I do just switch out and do my Pidgeot, predicting the Bullet Punch right here. He does get a Poison again. So this Toxicroak is just way too poisonous for my team, but that's too bad on Pidgeot, of course, since it's more an offensive one, it doesn't take as well either way. But I do basically have a kill guaranteed right here if I go for Hurricane, or a guaranteed broken Disguise on the Mimikyu, which would be great as well with taking just Hurricane here, because the Zapdos dies, Toxic would die, the Terrakion would die, and the Mimikyu would have the Disguise broken. So I do just click the Hurricane right here, and yeah, we kill this Zapdos. Which does bring me for free ahead, but this game is far from won. The combination of Terrakion and Mimikyu is the scariest part of his team, and he still has that around. And let me talk a bit more about that after he switched into his Terrakion right here, which of course Choice Scarfer, and his only moment of speed for Pidgeot can revenge kill it. So let me pause right here. Right here I have to make a decision. Basically I have to let something go down, since something goes down to this. It outspeeds my whole team and 2 hit KOs my whole team. So now I have to look at my team and see what I still need and see what I don't need. So what somebody can throw away. So first of all, what I mentioned already a bunch in this recording, I need Scizor still. The Mimikyu is still around, still has the Disguise unbroken, no damage on it. I need the Scizor to deal with that. Scizor out of the picture. Then I have Pidgeot, I have Tyrantrum and Fini left. I need my Tyrantrum so he can't win with spamming rock moves with his Terrakion, because Pidgeot dies to rock move, Scizor dies to rock move, both weak to that, and Fini is too weak to still live a rock move from a Terrakion. So I still need that around. Then the Fini I still need around so he can't win spamming fighting moves, spamming close combat, because the only thing, like Scizor dies to that, my Pidgeot actually dies to that, my Tyrantrum of course dies to that, and Fini is the only thing which has a chance to live that. It's actually a roll, it's in my favor, but it's actually a roll. So yeah, it's the only chance to live if he wants to spam close combat. So actually, I need my Fini, I need my Scizor, I need a Tyrantrum. That is basic math. We have to sack Pidgeot right here. But like I said, this Toy Scarf Terrakion is actually a huge threat with my team since my Mew did go down. It was my main check to this thing, but yeah, because of combination of poison and crits, that thing was not around anymore. The RNG God's not a fan of getting Neutron in this match, but right here, Disc goes with the rock move. That means I can go to smash, catch him, just go straight for the head. But either kill this, kill the Toxicroak, or get rid of the disguise on Mimikyu. Sadly, he does the correct decision and sacks his Toxicroak. Would have way preferred getting rid of the Mimikyu's disguise or killing the Terrakion, because these are the threatening ones. His Toxicroak doesn't really do anything again, still wins my team. So yeah, we get rid of that, and right here he does go back, or doesn't go back, he does go into his Mimikyu right here. And now I have to make a decision once again, since now he is going for SD, I'm sure about that. And if he doesn't go for SD, that's fine as well. I need to break its disguise. I can take a play rough if he doesn't go for SD with my Triumph, just to have a natural bulk, and Mimikyu not being that strong without an SD. So he has to go for SD, that's what I'm expecting right here. So I need my Sneasel to kill it after I broke the disguise, because Finny, even if he might not think I'm Choice Scarf and doesn't go for Shadow Sneak and actually goes for like Shadow Claw to kill my Finny, then I can just go for Moonblast and it won't kill him since he has good special bulk. So I need still my Sneasel around. And now I have to make a decision after that. Do I keep Tyrantrum for the Terrakion, or do I keep the Finny? Tyrantrum just dies to close combat and Sneasel does as well. So if I keep Tyrantrum, he just spams close combat and wins the game. If I keep Finny on the other hand, he has to risk his Rock Slide hitting 2 times. So he has to hit it versus Sneasel and he has to hit it versus Finny. So in the end, I think keeping Finny gives me the best odds of winning. They're not the best odds, sadly. I have to rely on a 90% chance moves missing, which I guess I can heal as well, because if he misses after this, the play rough, I can kill him with Hellsmash as well. So yeah, we have to pray to the Hexgods, which weren't too kind so far in this match. But yeah, I can just go straight for the net, but of course he does go for Assault since he does outspeed me. That was to be expected. And I just go for the head, but hoping to not miss. God damn it, no, we don't miss me. Thankfully, do break the disguise. And now we have the first chance of a 9 of a 10% chance of us winning the game. Because if Tyrantrum is still alive, he can win the game as well, since he can't lock himself into a rock move. But he does go for Blade Off and he does hit, so we don't get the first one. Smash Catchment just goes down right here. He turns out, this crit, he got a crit, it doesn't matter. He turns out not to be Life Orb, which is great, because that means Gesundheit guarantees his to Shadow Sneak. If he was Life Orb at +2, he actually had a chance to kill me with Shadow Sneak. Roll was, again, in my favor, but he's not. But right here, I do have to make kind of a risk as well, since I have to lock myself into knockoff, and if he is a Z Mimikyu, he actually has a chance of living that knockoff. Icy Crash would be guaranteed Oko to this. But the problem is, if I lock myself into Icy Crash, barring, like, let's say we don't miss at all, of course, that's a factor as well. But if I lock myself into Ice Crash and after that he goes into Terrakion and he misses, he lives the Ice Crash and I still don't win. Like he just has to hit, basically can miss once versus my Sneasel. Whereas on the other hand, if I go for a knockoff, I kill this Mimikyu. Then if he misses with a Sneasel, I knock off the Choice Scarf and Finny guaranteed outspeed. So once he misses once, if I lock myself into knockoff, I win. If I lock myself into Ice Crash, he has to miss twice versus my Sneasel, or miss once versus my Finny. So the higher chance of winning gives me locking into knockoff right here. And since I don't play for differential right here, I still play to win this game. I actually decide to lock myself into knockoff and not get the guaranteed kill on this if he is Z, but still have a chance at winning the game. He does go for Shadow Sneak, he thankfully doesn't crit me, and like you can see right here, I go for a knockoff. Is he Z? He is not. We do kill him. Like you can see right here, he is actually Lumberry with a Z-Curse. I still had a good chance at killing him, but sadly not a guarantee. And right here, he does go into Buster Blade this Terrakion, and now it's the moment of truth. Does he go for Rock Slide? Does he miss versus my Sneasel? No, because he does go for Iron Head. He doesn't want to risk the miss, but this actually opens the door. If you remember early in the game, I mentioned this exact situation with Finny versus Terrakion. Only the top 3 rolls, or top 2 rolls, I actually have to check on that, but let's say worst case scenario, top 3 rolls kill my Finny with Iron Head. So I have a very high chance of winning right here, but I have to basically hope 3 things. I have to hope for 3 things. First of all, he doesn't crit me, because crit obviously would kill me. Second of all, he isn't allowed to get the roll. And then third of all, that he doesn't pinch me again. It does sound like a lot, but overall, it's still in my favor to happen. So we just have to pray to the gods, which were too kind to us in this game so far, that we can pull versus all these through odds and get a Moonblast off and kill this guy. So let's see what happens. He of course is locked in Iron, he goes for that. How low goes the OHP? We live at 4. We doesn't flinch. We go for Moonblast. We win this game 1-0 with a 4 HP Finny left. What a game. What a close game. On the skin of our teeth, we get this game back and we defeat Omega V and the Colorado Rapidash. The streak is still alive. Finny coming through in the end. The MP that of course goes to the Finny. It got flinched, but then it lived at the end and we won this game. Very nice game. Very exciting game. Like I said, we very haxy for both sides. I did in the game kind of mention how much each matters and stuff like that, but I don't want to go over that after the match. I'm just happy I won. So we don't talk about that. Definitely check out his side for the game. It was a nail biter. I was at the edge of my seat after you get for Iron Head, and I saw that I have like a better chance at winning and just getting a 10% miss. I was like super hyped when I'm from the S. I was actually standing up when I saw that, and yeah, that was a pretty great moment. Basically, that was by far the closest game and most exciting game we had in the PMC so far. So if you enjoyed this match, definitely leave a like, comment, subscribe. It was a great battle, and yeah, I hope you enjoy as well. Definitely check out my opponent, check out the guys I mentioned at the beginning, but the streak is still alive. We are currently 5-1 after week 6, and we will keep on winning. That's gonna be the plan. Roller to the Cup is going in full throttle mode currently. If you like what you saw, yeah, you know, leave a like, comment, subscribe. You know the deal. Hit me on Twitter, on Facebook, all the links in the description, and yeah, roll through the Cup, full throttle. Now we have 2 hashtags. I will see you another time. Ciao.